hold on, sticking with baseball, time for us to go viral. The aforementioned Dodgers took down the Rockies last night to clinch their 6th straight NL West title, and Yasiel Puig has big plans for Big Blue in the postseason.
For more. Hey, Atlanta, I see you soon, baby. And the next one, Chicago, Colorado, no matter who's going, we're going to beat it. And we're going to the World Series again. And this time, we're going to win the World Series. 2018, the big party is here in Los Angeles.
I think he said it all, guys.
Yeah.
No questions. No preguntas.
Hey, you know what? Toes down, baby. No question for him. I'm winning.
Oh, man, he's got his shirt off. He's got the gold chain flowing. And now he's drenching me with beer.
Yasiel Puig, one of the most fun players in baseball, burst onto the scene. A little controversy. Then his play deteriorated a bit. Now he's back. It makes me so happy. What, see?
He don't need to be biting down on that bottle and everything. I checked him out. He obviously hadn't taken advantage of the dental plan. Yeah, he got a couple little. He got it set up in the front. He can get that fixed. And who drinks beer when they had all those bottles of champagne?
I don't like champagne. Listen, it's been a long time since you've drank. I don't like. If you offered me a beer or a glass of champagne, I'd take a beer.
Yeah, you don't have no class though. I expect that. Like, hey, that's the right answer. Oh, great. Way to go, Nick. Way to go get. I threw you a lob. Way to jump into the net.
I'm just being honest. Listen, man.
So, are you always being honest?
Always. I've never told a lie on television in my life. Actually.
Literally do not believe that.
Jenna, I feel like you would be a champagne drinker.
I like champagne.
We got a lot of lies on that side of the table.
Oh, how dare you?
Wait, that you don't believe?
No, that one, I don't think that's what he's referring to. That one.
Okay, gotcha. Cool, so we're all good now. Time for stories to start your morning. Moving on, Monday Night Football, Chiefs beat the Broncos 27-23. However, Broncos had a chance to win when Case Keenum missed Demaryius Thomas near the end zone, 22 seconds left. All right, Chris, how did Thomas get so open here?
They're in cover two. There's going to be a soft spot in the zone, deep down the middle or deep up the sideline. If the safety stays inside, the cornerback in that situation, 22 seconds, he should have stayed with the wide receiver and jammed it potentially out of bounds to slow up his release. But this is Case got to hit that. NFL quarterback, you got to be able to hit a guy that's that wide open. They designed the right play. The safety stays inside because he's got his head on the number 2 receiver. You got to be able to complete that one.
And K's second worst accuracy this year on wide open guys. I don't know if I'd call him wide open, but he was open. But if he does hit him, there's about to be a bad collision, right?
Oh, absolutely.
If that's a well-placed ball, it needs to be a well-placed ball, but the safety's coming downhill at him.
The thing you have in the new NFL, he can't hit you in the head, so he can't hurt you but so much. So as a wide receiver, the game is so much easier. You got to keep that ball on the field and force that safety.
Chiefs got lucky there.
All right, let's talk Kareem Hunt. Was a big part of the Chiefs' offense last night with 175 total yards and the game-winning touchdown. Nick, with all their star power, how important is Hunt to Kansas City?
Very important, and we hadn't seen this game from him yet. Now, if you listen to the people in Kansas City, the offensive lineman and Kareem Hunt, what they said was, listen, we could run the ball, but we're having so much success passing it, why would we? They needed to run the ball last night. It was the first game all year they weren't having success passing it, and Kareem Hunt kept them in this football game. He made some huge plays catching the ball, and on the ground, he is the defending rushing champ in the NFL.
I mean, he's a great rusher of the football. In the first 4 games, if there was something I was concerned about, it wasn't their inability to rush the ball. Like, you know that's there. You know the weather's going to change. He becomes, outside of Mahomes, the most important Chief, because if their defense is going to continue to give up the amount of points and yards they're giving up, you're going to have to be able to run the ball to win that time of possession to keep that defense on the field less time.
All right, moving on. The Fitz magic has apparently run out in Tampa Bay. The Bucs named Jameis Winston their starter after yanking Ryan Fitzpatrick at halftime of the Bears game. Jameis will have the benefit of the upcoming bye week to prepare for his first start. It'll come against the Atlanta Falcons. Was this the right move, CC?
They got one franchise quarterback in Tampa, and it's Jameis Winston. It was never a choice here. The coach said it after the game. Jameis Winston will probably be here long after I'm gone. Let's not forget this. What division do they play in, Nick?
The NFC South.
Oh, who happens to be the quarterback?
3 MVPs, Breeze, Cam, and Ryan.
Oh, okay. All right. And you're You're going to throw Fitzpatrick at them?
Well,
no, that's not going to happen. If Tampa Bay is ever going to win the division again, it's because of number 3 is their quarterback.
Fitzpatrick had an interesting quote about this, saying that he told, I think it was his dad actually, that I'm either going to win the MVP this year or get benched. Basically, he was saying, I'm going to have to play at this level that I was in the first 2 weeks all year long, or I'm going to lose my job. And that mentality, I think, is maybe one of the reasons he lost.
The truth of the matter, he didn't have a job. All right? Jameis was always the starter. Jameis was suspended. So do you lose your starting spot because you're suspended? No.
Sure. The point I'm making is, but that speaks to the mentality we've always said Fitzpatrick has. It's why he can have those great games, but also those awful games, is he thinks, hey, if I got the whole year, I might be able to peel an MVP rather than be a caretaker.
Grab that hat and clipboard. You know what? Act smart.
All right, finally, Leonard Fournettet will be out indefinitely after aggravating his already injured hamstring. Fournettet had already missed weeks 2 and 3 with the injury and left during the first half against the Jets in week 4. Nick, how big of a deal is this for the Jaguars? Or are they getting used to life without Leonard Fournettet?
I don't think it's as big of a deal as a lot of people believe. Now, I think is a limited offense. I do not trust Blake Bortles. I don't love their wide receivers. So you might say, what? Well, then they've got to have Leonard Fournettet. I think the discussion around Leonard Fournettet is based off his second to last year in college and has been based off that for quite some time now. He is a big, bruising, powerful, intimidating guy. But in today's NFL and on that team, he's never been super productive. And he got lumped into, Zeke was an early first-round pick. Gurley was an early first-round pick. Fournette was an early first-round pick. And now Saquon, he's never had the production of any of those guys or the production that Saquon looks like he's going to have. He's a career less than 4 yards per carry guy who gets injured a lot, who deals with this. He has nagging injuries, I should say. It's not like he has one major injury, but he's dealt with the hamstring before, dealt with the ankle in college. So there's a reason that the Jags have TJ Yeldon, and I think that there's a reason that they are prepared to have Leonard Fournettet in and out of the lineup.
I can understand why you're saying it's not a big deal, but the way their roster's put together, it's a huge deal. This offseason, they lost Hearns, they lost Allen Robinson, their wide receivers. They decided Dante Moncrief from Indianapolis was going to replace that productivity. Bring back Marcus Lee. Marcus Lee gets hurt. So they thought Marcus Lee was going to be a 1 or 2 guy, and he's never been a 1 or 2 guy. He's been a 3 or 4 at best. So the way they built their roster, their biggest offseason move was, what, Nick? Who did they go out and get?
What? Andrew Norwell, the guard.
Yeah. All right, highest paid guard now in pro football. And the reason why you go out and do that, it's not for TJ Yeldon. It's not for the wide receivers. It's because you have Leonard Fournettet. They have one of the best offensive lines, one of the biggest, most physical offensive lines. The reason why you get that is because you have a big physical back. Doug Marrone, all right, offensive grinded out coach. Tom Coughlin, offensive grinded out coach, top 5 defense. Their game plan to win games is with Fournette. So the reason why it's a big deal is not because he hadn't been productive as you would want. He doesn't have over 4 yards a carry, but their way to winning, they have Leonard Fournette in the blueprint. So they've designed a team that has Fournette in there. That's why I believe it's a bigger deal than what people would allude to, because the way the team is built.
All right, let's talk about another running back now. An update in the Le'Veon Bell saga. According to reports,